So hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Bobsales this time's next year. So you're going to have to excuse my voice a little bit. I was out singing kind of late last night at karaoke. If you do go back and watch the Funko unboxing on Only Daily Burns channel, that was pretty funny. You can see Bob drunk at the beginning of it and then actually sobered up through half of it. So yeah, I wasn't actually planning to stream this drop at all today because I'm not really interested in it too much. But then I see the Cruella de Vil. So 101 Dalmatians is actually one of my favourite films, and it's actually my Disney favourite film. If there's any childhood film I'd ever pick from Disney, that would be my favourite. So I am actually thinking about either buying it in the aftermarket or waiting to see what happens with the drop. So before we get into that, I am actually going to have a look at the details of this one because I have no clue. And you've literally got 5 minutes to join the waitlist if you haven't. So please go and join that now if you're going for the drop, which I don't blame you if you're not, to be honest. Let's just say hello to everyone quick. Hello, Sean. It's always good to see you, my friend. I hope you're well. Sean, I'm just here to hang out. I don't think I'm going to go for any drops this week. Very, very risky, I think. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. There's a lot of drops to come this week. And personally, the first series of Jurassic Park went under. The second series is actually better. And I thought the first series was pretty iconic. The second one's even more iconic. But will it go for anything in the aftermarket? I have no idea. So we'll see from there. But yeah, I think the Jurassic Park's going to be one for me. But I'm not going to lie, I'm probably going to wait till after the drop to snap them up. Because I did go for the last set and I got Mr. DNA like 3 times or something stupid. And he's sat at 12 gems. I'm not sure if that's actually gone up now. That probably has gone up. Pasternak88. Hello, my friend. It's always good to see you. You're not first today, buddy. You're not first today. Is it literally first on everyone's video? Pasternak, let's go. Sean, sup, everyone. Risky B, I think that is. Or Risky B. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that not even close. But good morning, my friend. It's good to see you. I like your profile picture, by the way. That's really cool. Woody, it's always good to see you. Not going for the drop, but listening in today. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, my friend. So let's get into this article just really quickly. I don't think it's going to blow anyone's mind. So we'll have a quick look. Right, so the 5 vintage metal Disney posters. So they are actually metal shine effect, apparently, and I think they've all got a sound with them, if I'm not mistaken. So let's have a look at this first. So the list price for these is 25 gems, which is normal for the Disney posters. I would have liked to seen that a bit lower. The editions for the first one is 1,111. That is pretty high, I'm not going to lie to you. The first public edition for public sale, is 41. And how many are we keeping behind? Let's have a look at that. A total of 90 editions from each rarity will be withheld by Vivi and the licensed sorts. So let's have a look at the rarities. So let's go. So that one, the rare, is not my cup of tea, I must admit. Not one of my favourite films, not really relatable to me. So that's definitely a pass for me. That's 25 gems and there's 1,111 editions. The rare is the Evil Queen. Again, they've all got sound by looks of it, so I'm taking it. It's probably not going to make a sound effect. It's more than likely going to play a tune, I would have thought. Again, that one's 1,000. That's exactly the same edition. So that's very high. So that's already 2,200 and something editions. The ultra rare is Hades. And we've got double variations by looks of this as well. And that's 888 editions. Again, not great. This one is Cruella. Now, this one's the only one I'm really interested in. So it's probably better to wait in the aftermarket for that. But I do believe this is probably going to be the most popular one. Let's have a look at the editions first. 888 editions. So, yeah, I'm going to stick with that. I reckon that's going to be the most popular. Whereas the Secret Rare's obviously going to get the best price. But I think that one's going to do pretty well. That's probably the best option. Although I could be wrong. Mate, that's a personal opinion, because obviously I've got that personal connection to the film, so maybe I'm a bit biased this way. But yeah, posters are not normally a good drop. But yeah, I do like that one. I'm curious if the sound is music or sound effects though, so we'll have to see. Again, that's 888, and the secret rare is 455. So the secret rare is really, it's all right, but for posters, they definitely are not going to sell out, and they should have done lower editions, in my opinion. But we'll go for it anyway this time and just have a quick look. So I'll just share my real screen with you. And if you didn't see the Omi Daily Burn video yesterday, we did actually unbox our Funkos, and that was a really good stream, by the way. Absolute cracking laugh. So yeah, if you didn't watch that, go and watch that. It's a shame about the Funkos, but I won't spoil it too much. So we have got just over 6 minutes for the drop. And again, I don't see much of these selling, so I probably wouldn't go for this drop. I'll probably just wait for it in the aftermarket. Because I think, I'm not sure price-wise. I'm really not sure price-wise. On the ultra rares even, I can't think. I don't think Hades is staying over the 25 box price. I don't know with these. This is going to be a random one. And then again, the amount of people that's going to buy them is not going to be a lot. So that might hold the price a bit better, just because there's not so many that are going to buy these. But there is always going to be someone that's going to drop them straight on the floor. So let's get back to the chat. In fact, 1 second. In fact, I've just been talking about that, and I've not even shared that screen of ours. I do apologise. Amateur hour again. So let's get back to the chat. Where are we? Yeah, I've already missed the chat. 1 second. Not going for it either, just hanging out with a VV fan. Thank you for being here. I only jumped on because I see there was no one streaming a drop, and just in case there was anyone interested, I thought I'd jump on. Brune88, super grail today, Bob. Hopefully we get something, but yeah, this drop is definitely not a grail. Sean, yeah, I brought the second set of Jurassic Park, and it was very cheap set to complete. Just wait a few weeks after the drop. I agree with you there. I think that will be that. Just look at the other set, right? And I've got 2 sets of the first series Jurassic Park, and I've got most of the dinosaurs. I did actually have to let go of my T-Rex the other week. That was a bad move, because that's already gone back up. But yeah, it's always the way with Bob. If he sells something, it goes back up. Sean, yeah, today's collectible actually plays music. Thank you very much. Rewind 2001, Bob. What were your 2 Funko Iron Man mints? I saw 601. So we didn't actually scan the other one in yet. I'm not sure how we're doing that one just yet. So I'm not sure if Omi Daily Burn's just going to scan that into his account, or we literally talked about the Funko and stuff, but we haven't actually sorted any of that end out. And I think it's going to be a minute before I get my delivery, because there's a couple of other things going to Omi Daily Burn, so, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna end up with a toy. And I've not sold my Funko NFT. I must admit, I kept the Funko NFT. It's not worth selling for that price to me right now. And I do kind of like it. It looks nice in the sun as well. I don't think the toy looks as good as the NFT, though. The NFT's got a nice shine to it. I think the toy should have had that shine. But I haven't seen it yet. So, yeah, I'm still looking forward to getting that. But I'm not sure what the other mint was yet. And I'm not sure if that's getting redeemed or not. What's happening with that one? Sean, yeah, today's drop the play music, and tomorrow the stamps are animated. I see the animations on the stamp. They're actually pretty cool. And I know Michael Camper likes the stamps. Obviously, he was a great guest yesterday as well. I'm sorry I missed half the chat yesterday. I was so indulged in the conversation. It's just hard. And then when I tried to keep up with the chat, I was like 45 minutes behind. So I do apologize for that. But yeah, the Halloween stamps, the stamps are underrated, but not everyone gets the stamp collecting, right? It's definitely a niche market. But yeah, the stamps are underrated, and they are the UPS ones. And they're 6 gems, so they're not overly expensive. They're just under the comic price. So yeah, I do believe they might actually sell out. But I haven't actually looked at the article. But I do like the animations on them. It's just a small animation, but it's a nice animation. Let me just get a drink. 1 second. What time is it? So you've got 3 minutes to go for the drop. If you're not in a wait list, for 2 minutes now. Sorry, I'm just having a drink. That's how you deal with hair of the dog. You have another beer. I know it's morning for everyone else, right? So it's a bit odd, but yeah, it's 4 p.m. here. So, and I've actually done a day's work and stuff. So I'm pretty tired. I actually climbed up a ladder today and I'm scared of heights. So yeah, that was fun. It was all right getting up, but it was terrible getting down. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, let's just wait for this to come up. Am I still sharing this? I'm still sharing this. Yes, I am. Just waiting for the drop to pop up. Captain, no, it's good to see you, my friend. Good morning, friends. Not a fan of the posters myself, but good luck to everyone who wants one or more. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm not a fan of the posters. I've got a couple of aliens, a couple of predators, and that's because I've always liked Alien and Predator. And I've actually got an alien picture out there in the hallway, and it pretty much looks the same as one of them posters, so I had to buy it. I think it was the rare one. So yeah, and I actually landed the rare one on drop. I think it was mint 405 or something like that. But yeah, it's always good to see you. Thank you for coming. Hopefully you'll come and guest with us again soon. I should have invited you yesterday, to be fair, but that completely slipped my mind. That would have actually been a good pair up. I did invite Duck and Cover yesterday, but he was busy. I know BE was away on holiday, and I know Mo's been in his graveyard recently because he's been in his graveyard sleeping, should we say, because he's been literally photo finishing all night, and he actually had a wicked win the other day. That was absolutely comical. And it's so great to see someone winning because you can hear it in his voice when he was commentating. It was pretty cool. But yeah, we've got 1 minute to the drop. Let's go back to my screen. I'll come back to the chat in 2 seconds. So we're going to get, that's the only thing. We're going to get 15 minutes. That's the only thing. So obviously you've been accepted. And I'm not hitting the buy now button now because I've got a funny feeling recent drops, some of the commons have been going, the commons and the uncommons have been coming out first. On this one, it will be the rare and the rare. I don't know why they do that. Rare, rare, ultra rare, secret rare. That is annoying when they play with the variations like that, I must admit. And just lower the numbers on them, guys. Just lower the numbers on some of them, make them slightly different. Even then, call them something else if you really want to keep the numbers that high. Let's have a look at the numbers. So yeah, the numbers are really high. Just under 5,000. So I am going to go for the drop, but I'm not hitting it yet. I'm just waiting. Because obviously this is not going to sell out in my mind. I definitely can't see this selling out with the amount of drops that are coming and the bigger drops. Even got Ghost Rider. That drop's actually pretty cool. It's a shame it's not the film version. It's a shame it's that version. But I'm going to try follow that up with a video maybe and have a look into that version because I've never seen it. Maybe it's the comic book version. I'm not sure what it is. So I've really got to have a look at that one for my own interest, if that makes sense. Maybe there's a new series coming out. That's normally the course for some of the drops on Vivi. So I'm just waiting for this because I'm not buying straight away. I actually want to see what the market prices are before I jump in. Let's get back to the chat for 2 seconds. Tony Dolphs, good to see you, my friend. Hey, Bob, when I go to search for you on YouTube, I cannot find you if I search Vivi. Yeah, it's weird. I think Vivi hates me, I must admit. Today, it's a bit different today because these drop streams, I rarely put tags in them, and I really got to start learning to do that. Whereas with my normal Bobsales videos, I've got tags in. And yeah, it's always the same. I don't know why, but yeah, YouTube hates me. The algos hate me. I make some really good content sometimes, and a lot of people don't even know I exist. And a lot of people I speak to on Twitter still don't know I have a channel, and yet I speak to them daily. It's pretty funny. It's like Kryptoni only found me pretty recently, and I spoke to the guy for 2 years, and he never knew I had a channel the whole time. And a lot of time, there's good information in there, what a lot of people have missed. So yeah, thank you for that. But yeah, it's weird. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure why that does that. Sometimes I can get it to come up, sometimes I can't. But recently I've been seeing it a bit more my side, but then that could be because I've typed in the videos, because now and again I'm watching the videos, right? I haven't actually done a video for this one. I didn't see the point of wasting like 8 hours doing that. 1 second. Raven, morning. It's good to see ya. Always good to see ya. Hopefully Raven's bringing the good luck in here. Tony, I was able to see you are streaming because I was a sub. So people who do not know you are streaming won't see you, buddy. Yeah, so that is exactly why. Today I was lazy. I was in a bit of a rush. Normally I start the stream probably before the wait list. I tend to do it. But today I actually went to work and then like daytime work. So I've actually come back and I was a pretty late. And then I kind of thought someone else would be on it and I didn't see anyone. So I was just like, yeah, I'll jump on for 5 minutes. Just say hello to everyone because it weren't actually planned. I had pretty big stream last night with Only Daily Burn, and we done the drawing all in one day, so that was a very long day. Why did that just make a noise in my ear? I don't even know why I wear the headphones. I'm like Superstar Money. I wear the headphones even though there's no one to talk to. 1 second. Tony, I'm going for the drop and the market. Yeah, I was thinking about going for the drop, I must admit, but I think I'm going to wait to see what the market does on the Corella de Ville because it's that one particularly I want. You might have managed to persuade me there. I know it's a bad decision, so I probably wouldn't do it, everyone. You're probably going to lose gems at this point, and there is a lot of drops coming, so in a couple of days could be your best bet to even pick it up in the market. Mr. Planet Profit, A-Fam, it's good to see you, my friend. Sorry I haven't put the thing in the chat today. I was so rushed, I've not even really sent it out. I tweeted it out just about, and I wasn't even going to do that at the time because I thought I was going to be on for 5 minutes. I didn't expect anyone to actually be here to watch the drop. But again, I just thought I'd do it anyway. But yeah, for next time, Tony, I will sort that out as well. And Mr. Profit. And if you're not in that group, by the way, if you want to invite into Mr. Planet Profit's Telegram group, that's pretty cool. It's like a mint hunters group. You can find mints in there. You can sell in there. You can promote your videos in there. So yeah, that's a good group. If you do want an invite to that, I know it's invite only now. Just send one of us a message and we'll get you in there. Please, we don't like fools in there, and you will be removed if you are one. But yeah, 1 second. Pasternak 88, my Funko is still sealed in the box. Not sure what I want to do with it. I don't blame you. It's a hard decision. When did you actually get your Funko? When was the delivery? Because I noticed a lot of the 1 of 50s were getting delivered yesterday. And I was pretty confident we had one of them. And then, yeah, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. I think Only Daily Burn was a bit disappointed. But yeah, I'm not overly disappointed. I am disappointed, of course, but I'm not overly disappointed. I got the toy I wanted. That was the main reason to buy it. Whereas I don't think he was that bothered about the toy itself. Mr. Planet Profit, 4th like, everyone smash the like button. If you could do that, it might help the algo actually start liking me from now on. Thank you for that comment. Tony, I wish they had an airdrop for the stamps. Yeah, there's a lot of stamps, and the stamps are actually doing terrible on price-wise. At one point, it was always good to go for stamps. It was always going to be either you've lost a gem or you've gained a couple of gems, right? Whereas recently, with the last couple of stamps, have been instant losses. Whereas this Halloween one, I do actually think that one's going to do better. And I'm actually going to buy some of them myself, and I stopped buying stamps because at one point on the Mexican ones, the Mexican music ones, I forgot what you call music, but on them ones, they're actually really cool as well. The way you put the band together, that's a really cool addition. Bit annoying when you can't turn it off, but yeah, apparently in the VV-verse we can. 1 second. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, Bob. I'm smoking, buddy. Thank you very much for that comment. I've just had mine, I must admit. But yeah, it's 407 for me. Wi-Fi, not 420. Captain O, Ghost Rider is going to be a great drop. I like the Ghost Rider drop. I still haven't looked at it properly. I've seen the little video. I'm not sure if there's going to be any more animation to come, if it's just going to be the one collectible. And I do like the Jurassic Park drop as well, because on the Jurassic Park one, you know, the dinosaur, apparently that's a toggle. So if you toggle the item, kind of like the Chucky box where it comes on and off. You can turn it from the dinosaur to the bones. That is really cool. Again, VV trying to show new stuff, attempt new stuff. So I do really like that. But yeah, Ghost Rider, I'm gonna go for Ghost Rider. I think it all depends on the editions and price, because I haven't actually read that yet. I'm not even sure if that info's out, but I've really got to catch up on the actual drop stuff this week, because I've got to do some more Bob videos and I've got a bit of time on my hands, so I will get that done. But yeah, hopefully it's a good drop. Hopefully low mints for all of us. Sean, I think the Ghost Rider collectible is going to be overpriced for the drop. It should be cheaper. Is going to be overpriced for the drop. It should be cheaper. So we don't know what it is, right? If we do know what the Ghost Rider is, list price and stuff, put it in the chat for me. And make sure you put Ghost Rider on it so I know what you're referring to, because in 10 minutes I'm going to forget. Let me just check 1 second. Let me just check this. Let me just check here. Right, so where are we? So there's 5 minutes left. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. What did we get? What did we get? Oh, bit G. Well, I got one delivered straight away by the looks of it. Ah, I got the wrong one. The wrong one, baby. So, yeah, I literally got the common, right? Ah, see? Bob lost 15 gem. So let me just have a look at this quick. I know this don't really like it on here. It might help if I actually share the tab 1 second. This computer does not like loading this in here. So I'm not sure if it's going to be any good in the VV-verse. Whereas I brought this computer knowing that that was coming, knowing that I needed to make some content with it and stuff. So I actually upgraded. And yeah, that looks like that is not going to load while I've got all these tabs up. I have got about 20 things open right now. Come on, baby, do your job. Work for me. Show me the item. Come on. It'll probably load all the way and then tell me that it's not. Come on, are we doing anything or not? Wow. I'm really going to have problems in the VV-verse if I can't load one collectible in the vault. Come on. Come on. Come on. Halloween's nearly been. Christmas is about to come. New Year's about to go. And we're still halfway on the loading screen. Come on. Come on. Come on. Sorry, chat, if that was a bit loud. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to give up that. That's Fanny Ann in about for no reason. What are you doing, computer? What are you doing? All right, I'm going to give up with that because that is not working. Where is my phone? I should pull it up on my phone, really. I still got that green twinginess as well. Look, can you see that with the computer? I don't know whether that's, yeah. I don't know whether that's just my screen. Let's go back to this. Still got no market open yet. Obviously, mine's going to dump. I didn't even check what edition I got there, I must admit. Let's go and have a look at that. 942. So, yeah, not a great edition number. Most of these are going to be 3 digits. 942. Is it relatable to anything? I'm not 100% sure. But, yeah, I definitely got the worst one there. Definitely got the worst one there. I really want this one. So, yeah, I think I'm going to have to buy this one now. Let's go back to the chat 2 minutes. Oh, my screen wasn't even sharing. I do apologize. I forgot about that. 1 second. Let me just present with you again. See my ugly mug. I know I really need a haircut. I do apologize about that. Don't like coming on stream looking like mess. Share that one. There we go. So, yeah, I do like that one. Let's go back to the chat 2 seconds. Secret rare. Tony's got the secret rare 185. Let's go, baby. Good on ya. I'm glad you got something. Mr. Planet Profit, do you add tags, Bob? First one, VV. Second one, digital collectibles. I do to the normal Bobsales videos, and I've only learned that you could actually do that the last couple of days on the last couple of drop streams. So they actually had minor tags, not the same tags as my proper Bob videos. My proper Bobsales videos had, But at the same time, I was trying to get used to it slowly without getting bombarded. So for the first couple of weeks, I wanted to try and just do it as it was, not promote it very much. I wasn't even tweeting it out. But yeah, that's going to start to change. And you are right, this one has no tags, because today I was in such a rush. I literally just finished like a day's work. So then I've come back home and I turned it on because there was no one on. So yeah, and I was going to go for the Corella DeVille, which I did not get, by the way. But yeah, the next one will have tags, so more people should be able to see it. I do apologize about that. But yeah, my normal Bobsales definitely have tags. They do all right. In fact, I made a short the other day as a test, right? Because if I was to make content on any other thing, I would probably get more subs, more subscribers pretty quick. And my editing styles come to a point now where it's pretty good, and overly is pretty good, right? And it's normally pretty clean finish and stuff like that. So yeah, so I put a boxing short out the other day, and of course it was my worst short I've ever made. It was literally Tyson Fury, not Tyson Fury, the dad, sorry. It was literally the dad, and then I put the UFC bit at the end. And yeah, that one done 2.5Ks in about, that done about 2.5K in about an hour or two. So that kind of proved the point. But yeah, that was just for fun. That won't really happen again. I'm sticking to my guns. This is staying. I tried the Titanic video before and that didn't really work. 1 second, Sean. Ever since I found your channel, I've been following you and watching your videos. So thank you for your service. Thank you, my friend. I know you've been following for quite a while now, so I appreciate that. It's like a lot of you have been following quite a while. It's nice because before the first year or two, I've pretty much done the videos as they are, like the normal Bobsales videos, so I don't get to interact a lot. So it's been nice being able to talk to the subscribers I've had all this time, whereas before you'd only ever see me in the comment section. Let me just get a drink. Hopefully the market is going to be open soon. G Money, your channel started popping up in my feed recently, so you're doing something good for the algo. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think the Bobsales, the histories and the stories and all them deep dives, I think they're the ones, they're my main go-to. So, and they tend to get the more subscriber count and stuff like that. And I prefer them videos. They're so fun, them videos. They are a bit of a pain in the bum sometimes, and they do take 8 hours to 3 days sometimes. And I try not to explain the story too much and try and give you facts you probably didn't know. I mean, The Incredibles was more of the story because a lot of people didn't know what it was. So that was more of the story and then some fun facts at the end. But I always try and add something different if I can. So I appreciate that, because even I started seeing the channel started to pop up recently. Whereas before you could literally scroll 100 channels and you'd never get to my channel. You're always going to find Butt Thompson first. And I mean, look at Butt. So yeah. G43, it's good to see you. Ghost Rider looks good. I missed more drama with OG Vault and Vivi. Yeah, I'm staying well out of that. I must admit, I did see half of that last night, and yeah, I have no opinions. But yeah, I did see that. Mr. Planet Prophet, thank you, Bob. It's always good to see you. Already here, already did. 1 second. Sean, is there any chance you can ask around if anyone has the 1671 X-Wing fighter? I got 400 mat, but I need 1671. Oh, I got 400 to match maybe, but need 1671 to match my Luke. Yeah, I will have a look. The only thing is when you're advertising for stuff like that, that can be a problem, because then people try and like charge you a higher price because of that. But one of the best places to probably try is literally that Telegram Mint Hunters group. There's a lot of people that do sell special mints in there and stuff like that. And it's a good selling group. Sorry, I do apologize. But yeah, it's a good selling group. So yeah, if you want, I'll add you in there later, or I can actually put that post out in there later and see if we can find it for you. In fact, I will get Only Daily Burn to have a look, because I'm sure he will be able to find that within minutes, because he's pretty good at stuff like that. So I'll ask him later. If you inbox me that on Twitter, I'll note that down and I'll ask him later, and hopefully we can find it for you, just so it's a bit easier for you, mate. Pasternak 88, got my 2 Funkos days ago. I can't remember whether you said you opened them or not. Oh, yeah, you did, right? So you got them 2 days ago. So yeah, that was just before they started arriving, started to come out. So yeah, you might be in with a good shot. Do you know what numbers are on the side of the boxes? Obviously, that doesn't always count, but in our case, it did actually count. It did actually work out that it was the 2 commons. Whereas I know one of the people that got the 1 of 50 did actually have them same ones on the box. So there was hope. There was hope for us. Sean, there's 1,200 editions for the Ghost Rider collectible, and I think it's 50 gems or maybe 60. Thank you very much. I've not even looked at that. So yeah, there's quite a few. Well, 1,200 editions. Is that a few? I think it should be all right. I think it should be all right. It's 50 gems or maybe 60. If it's 60, that's a bit much. 50 gems is probably better. And then even then at this market right now, that could even do with probably going to 40 or 45 or something like that. Maybe they should try that sort of price range. But again, it's got to be enough for it all to go around as well. But yeah, I do like the looks of it. So I'm not sure how we'll play that one. I think the one I need to get is the Addams Family one. I don't know why. I don't really like the hand, I must admit. And the hand does look exactly the same as the 2009 film, because that was one of the videos I actually started. I don't know why that slipped out of my head. But yeah, I actually started that video and I completely forgot about it because of life stuff. So yeah, maybe I'll try and get that out later. But yeah, I do like the drop. But with a hand, I would have preferred the one off Wednesday or the original or something like that. That one's a bit too cartoony for me. And the Wednesday character herself, she looks like the hand and the Wednesday character themselves. They do actually all look like that in the 2009 film. So they look exactly how they should. But I would have preferred the hand on the actual Wednesday series, the realistic hand. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I am going to go for that drop just because it's a bit of nostalgia, but I would have preferred the actual original live action films, the 2 films, 3 films, or whatever it was, and not the original, but like the new original, what I grew up with, if that makes sense. And off the top of my head, I can't think of the dates, can't think of the name. Addams Family Values or something like that. I think that was the second one. And we're going to go look at this market in 2 seconds. Woody 50, so it's 50. Yeah, it probably could have done with being lower, but it is Ghost Rider. It does look cool. It would be cooler if you could drive it around in an AR, though. Can you imagine that? That would be awesome. Excited for the Ghost. Sean, good luck. Yeah, I'm way behind on the chat again. Sean, because they're not going to sell out. Yeah, definitely not. You can do it, Bob. Yeah, it didn't work out for me, did it? It didn't work out for me. But thank you very much. Maybe I'm saving my juju for Jurassic Park or something in the week. Sean, I would like to see the green truck as a collectible for a drop. That's quite funny. You could always buy a drop head. My collectibles did implement the green truck on some of them t-shirts and stuff. That is a cool way to do it. Sean, hit that like button. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to check this market in 2 minutes because it's probably open. Mr. Planet Profit, Mint Hunters. Of course, that's one of the best groups I have. And there's like true people in there. None of these show people. It's all real people, all true people. Some of the OGs in there. G Money, I need in that Telegram group. So either message me or Mr. Planet Profit, and we'll get you in there because I think it's closed now. But yeah, we'll definitely get you in there because it's a good group. Sean, just because of my vision, I have a hard time using Telegram because I have no idea. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Just email that. Send that on Twitter to me if you can send that on Twitter to me. Otherwise, I'll just watch this back later and I'll find it in the chat and I'll get that. I'll hopefully get an answer for you as to who's holding it. But how you contact them, that's going to be the hard one. If you can find them on Twitter or not, depends who's holding it. G Money, those 007 props look cool. They do, but again, I'm so behind on articles. They've got so many stuff going on. Has the article come out for that yet? I see the jetpack, but is there any VV verse ties or something like that? is the jetpack, are you going to be able to put anyone in the jetpack or something like that? Because it's a bit weird having a jetpack with no one in it. That was my only issue with that. And I can't remember what the other ones are off the top of my head. But yeah, I did like the look of it, but the jetpack was a weird one for me. That was the one I kind of looked at and I thought, yeah, if there's no VV-verse capabilities or a person to put inside it, that's pretty annoying. I mean, if you could put all your static collectibles, so if you've got a static Daredevil or static Elektra or static Storm or something like that, and you could just plop them in that and it would lift them flying around, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I do need to have a look at all of that stuff. So I'll catch up with that actually later on and try and find out. And worst case, if I can't do a proper dig, I'll just try and catch up a little bit. Sean, I do like the Star Wars a lot, and I'm waiting for that Millennium Falcon. It's killing me. I want one so bad. So I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, I must admit. I've tried to watch the movie, and I got halfway through it, and I had to turn it off. It was a pretty bad movie. So yeah, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, although I have some Star Wars toys here, and I do have more Star Wars toys than I have watched minutes in the film. So yeah, the toys have definitely always held value. And even my collectible sent me a special Stormtrooper the other month for my birthday. I'm going to cherish that forever. That's so cool of him. So yeah, I've got more toys because the toys look cool, the characters look cool, but the actual film itself wasn't for me, I must admit. Maybe I missed. There's some films, if you grew up watching them, you can watch no matter what the graphics. So like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first two films in the suits, I love them ones. The second one was had the pizza guy in it, Kino in it. So I even remember his name, and it's been a while since I watched that. But yeah, they're absolutely great films to me, even now. But yeah, if I was to put one of them in front of my nephew, which is obviously 21, 22, he's going to look at me like I'm a strange person. But yeah, Star Wars kind of held up a bit more than that. And some of the more recent stuff, I did catch the Obi-Wan Kenobi series or whatever it was on Disney, and that was pretty cool. So I didn't watch The Mandalorian too much though, but I did watch the Obi-Wan one, and the Darth Vader scene when he's walking down and he's doing the death choke or whatever you want to call it. I'm offending all the Star Wars people in it right now, so I do apologize. 1 second, let me just go to the... I'm just going to go to the market for 2 seconds and see what is going on, because it should be open now. I wonder how Baby Jack's getting on, just out of interest. 15 gems, as expected. Why couldn't you take me to the same place? All right, let's have a look. Ooh, there's not a lot of them sold. So right now, the one I've got sitting at 18 gems. That I should probably sell that for 18 gems right now, because that is going to go lower. But I want to actually hear the music, I must admit. So the next one's exactly the same. Again, with the double rarities, the same exact additions. That was always going to happen. Right, so my prediction was Corella was going to be more than Hades. Was going to be one of the most popular. And my prediction was kind of right. It's holding box price right now. It's holding box price. That will go under by the end of the week, but it's doing better. Now, I guarantee the other one is going to be 20 gems. Oh, it's actually whole box price. So it's 24 gems. It's just under the other one. That's pretty surprising. I did say before this drop, though, a lot of people were not going to buy this. So there's only so many that are going to get listed on the floor. So that does normally keep the price a little bit higher as well. Wow. So the secret rare is actually on 100 gems at the minute. And I think if you got that, you should probably take that, because that is a good price for that secret rare. And there's quite a few editions. I think it was 550. But yeah, wow. So that drop's not done overly bad. I mean, I really should sell mine for that price, but I don't want to be one of them guys to just start listing my stuff under retail. But that's going to go lower than that, because I've got a funny feeling some people may just hit the button a bit more. That can't be all that's delivered, surely. Let's go to the actual store page again. I am still sharing this page, right? Yeah, I am still sharing. So you never know with StreamYard. You never know. Right, so let's have a look. I want to see how many rarities are still there, baby. Where are we? So yeah, as expected, there was barely any of them sold. Barely any. Only Bob was the stupid one. But we did get one secret rare in the chat, so it was worth it. It was worth it. So I should have stuck to my guns and I should have just brought Corella DeVille in the aftermarket, like I said. But sometimes when you're doing these streams, you've got to play the games. I'm not going to be able to do that all week because I have got some targets this week. So let's have a look again. There is not many sold. So it's what? 100, 200. There's about 200, 300 sold maybe, most. 350 most. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, but it's not really that crazy because it's as expected. So let's go and take one more look. I wanted to see. I hate using this weather. I'm so not good at this stuff. Where is the mark? Here we go. Right. So let's check on Violet. 21 gems. Next one's 24. That could be a good buy for someone right there. Not financial advice, but that will keep going down. But you may be able to buy that and sell it for a couple of gems more. Why? What's Dash on? Dash is sat at 69 gems. What a number. 69 gems. So Dash is actually doing a bit better than I expected because I see the other one was at 65, which I think was frozen. No animation, the same exact additions. So I did expect Dash to actually go lower because of the sentiment recently with some of the drops. I did expect that to go 5-6 gems lower than what Frozone was at. It's actually gone 5 or 6 over that. So there is still hope for Dash yet. I do really need to have a look at my oh no, I didn't buy one in then. So yeah, I do need to buy a baby. So I'm gonna do that after this stream. What numbers have we got? 901's not bad. We'll keep creeping. 1 second. There's 264 right there. That's not a bad one. So we'll go back to that in a minute. 1 second. And while we are here, let me just say hi to the chat again, and then we'll take one look. Yeah, so there's my Funko from yesterday, as you can see. 601, and I actually like this better than the toy itself. I wish the toy was metallic like this. I wish they'd have done a metallic finish on it. They've not done a metallic finish on it. I reckon that really would have helped the toy. But yeah, it's going to be awesome to get that anyway. I just wanted to show you. Don't do that. Don't do that. So yeah, all these drops are there by the looks of it. So there's the Halloween ones. They are pretty cool, I must admit. 6 gems each. Let's have a look at the additions. I will make some proper videos on some of these. Still not sure which one yet. Share this tab instead. Here we are. So let's have a look. Oh, there's a lot of additions. There's a lot of additions, like with the stamps. A lot of additions. I'm just seeing if there's anything, if it mentions what we've got on here. No, it's just animated, so there is no sound with these by looks. I expected a bit of sound maybe. And the animations are pretty cool. They're slight, but they're pretty cool. So let me just go back to Vivi 1 second. Share this tab instead. Go back to that one. So we did actually get the Twidgetal. I've actually coined that term. I've told everyone that I have already made that term. So we're getting the collectible and we're getting the comic. So this is pretty cool. I do like this. So it was the comic Ghost Rider in the end. I believe 1990. We will check that date when we have a proper look because you never know. Vivi always put the series start date, so you never know. But yeah, that does look a kind of modern one. Let's have a quick look at it. Come on, computer. Wake up, mate. Wake up. 6,000 editions. What is the drop price? $6.99. Yeah, the covers are all right. Ultra Rare is definitely the best one there. Not a fan of that secret rare with the blurriness. But yeah, Ultra Rare is really nice. Let's go back 1 second. What else have we got in here? So there's the Ghost Rider. Let's have a look at him. So animated and sound. So that's just the noise of the... Not that this will load because the other one didn't, but we'll try it anyway. I've got so many tags open at the top. I really need to shut most of them. They do not be needed. Come on, computer. You can do it, baby. You can do it. Come on. Come on, computer. Look at that. Oh, she's nice. She's nice. Little bit of a head turn. Little bit of a head turn there. It sounds relaxing. And if the fires, if we can change the fires and stuff in the VVverse, it's pretty cool. I do like the chain. I'm not a fan of the bike though. I'm not a fan of the bike. The original, the one we see in the movie, that would be a cool bike, right? Especially in the first movie, that would be really, really cool. Not a fan of that bike. Yeah, I think it's all right. Let me check the price on that. So let me just go back. So it's 50 gems and there is 1,100 editions. Vivi's going to keep some of them. Yeah, it's all right. I quite like it. We'll go back. See what else we got. We've got the Jurassic Park. Here's the Addams Family. Now, this is what I like. I like this, and I haven't seen the price yet. I've really got to do some drop things this weekend. So, right. So, this one's 25 gems. And I do like the poster on this one. I'm not going to lie. And it's animated with sound. So, I am curious to see what that is. Wednesday is also animated with sound. So let's have a look, see if this will load up for us. I will get back to the chat in 2 seconds. Because I'm not sure I've even seen this animation yet. I had a busy day last night, a busy day. Come on, let's see. Oh, it's a bit creepy. But again, it's how it's supposed to look. Oh, wow. That makes a difference. So it's but ugly, but that's the way it was intended. I like that. All right, enough before I get copyrighted. I didn't even think of that. That could copyright me, that one, I think. All right, love, calm down. All right, so we'll have a look at the next one. That's pretty cool. I wonder if this does the same. I wonder if it clicks as well. That would make it a bit more interesting. See, again, I don't like the style of that. Look how cartoony that is. I don't like the style of that one. Really don't. It does look like the film, but I don't like the style. Come on, let's get a bit closer. Let's get a bit closer. I will get back to the chat in 2 seconds, everyone. See how. Oh, so it's just a click. Oh, okay. I'm glad I pressed that a couple more times. So 1 animation, 2 animation, 3 animation. So there's 3 animations with this. Again, it can't have been that hard to make that, I must admit. What is the box price on this? 1 second, let's just go back. I'm just going to go to this last one and we'll have a look at this one in 3D. Now the computer's actually deciding it's going to work. Let me check that. Oh, the whole time I've not even been streaming the thing. I am so sorry, people. I'm so sorry. 1 second. I can't believe that whole time I've just been doing that. Sorry, chat. When I'm actually looking through this stuff, I can't actually see your chat till I come back to it. So I am very sorry. That is such a... This is why people don't like using StreamYard, because every time you click something, you have to accept it, which is obviously for safety, and it is good for that. But then it's also a pain because sometimes when you click different windows, it then don't automatically share the next window without you clicking it. And if you do have a bit of a brain fog like me, that's annoying. So we will actually now have a look at this, shall we? Yeah, so share this tab instead this time, Ash. Be a good idea, right? Bob, sorry. So this is the one I'm excited for. Oh, please tell me there's a little bit more. Please tell me there's a little bit more. I knew there would be a little bit more. Not any more sound to that. We got any more? Can we do anything else? Let's try. I do like that spider on the frame. It's pretty cool. Lightning looks cool. The frame looks pretty cool. Check the back. Yes, I do like it when they stamp everything. Let's just have a quick look at that. Yeah, so I think that one's pretty nice. So let me have a look. Let's have a look. So 25 gems each. Again, there's 3,000, 4,000 editions right there by the looks of it. Wow. So only thing is that music could have kept Wednesday over retail, and now I'm looking at it, it's not going to be over retail, is it? Secret Rare is going to be worth the gamble though, because I think that may be the high priced item here, and I'm not sure it's going to be that easy to obtain in the aftermarket. I could be wrong. It could go for 60 gems. Sorry, so don't tell me that weren't sharing again. What is going on with this? Let's just go back and see where we are. 1 second, everyone. We try and find where we were. I'm so sorry that didn't share again. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Oh, I have so lost where I am. 1 second, 1 second. I'm just trying to find where I was. Sorry. I think I was here. So hand. Sean, once I got the 30 Lamborghinis, I stopped purchasing them. I stopped purchasing them just to keep on seeing good deals. Yeah, I know what you mean. The Lambos are still cheap, and I do own every single one, apart from the really expensive ones. Double Quill, hello. I thought you weren't going to do this one. I wasn't. I'm sorry it took so long to get to the chat against people. I am a bit useless at that sometimes, and I just went through that whole process of showing you all that drop, and I'm not even sure you see it. So yeah, slap on the head for Bob. So yeah, good to see you, Double Quill. Always pleasure. I wasn't going to do this one, but I come back, see no one was doing it, and I thought I'd jump on just in case anyone did want to drop stream, because yeah, I just in case. I don't like it when there's no drop streams. It feels weird. Even if you're not going for the drop, it's nice to have a drop stream in the back. Sean, I think they were released. They will release Johnny Blaze as a collectible too, so that will also be the first appearance. That might be correct. I don't actually like the bike on that one. The effects is all right, and I do like the collectible itself. 50 gems might be a bit much. Sean, how about Boba Fett? He has a jetpack. Yeah, that is very true. That is very true. I never thought about that. Double Quill. Yeah, the jetpack is interesting if we can use it with avatars. Yeah, 100%. If you can't use it with anything, it's a bit rubbish. It's a bit rubbish. But I'm not sure how many people are going to be interested in that one. It's a weird one. But it's like the X-Wing's supposed to have VV-verse capabilities with the R2-D2 and stuff like that. We still don't know what that's going to be yet. So I think stuff like that will start to come out later. Eric Jackson Jones, that's an incredible name, by the way. Welcome. How many collectibles and comics do you have? So on mine, I believe I only have 200 and 1 second. So I've got 270 odd comics, and I've got 60 collectibles, and maybe just a bit under that. And I've actually got a second partner's account, which I've been trying to get out for weeks now. So that actually had about 200 items in, and it now only has 40 in there. So I am near enough out of that. 1 second. So not overly huge, but it's enough, but it's not overly huge. Again, I think the highest it ever was about, I think it was 7.5k at one point. And then since then, I've been putting money in every month for the last 2 years, pretty much on and off. And I would say it's now sat at about 3k for No, I would say it's lower than that. It's probably 2K for collectibles. Yeah, yeah. So collectibles is 1.6, and the comics was about 2K, just over that. Whereas at one point that was like 7.5K for the comics I had at that time. So yeah, it's definitely been a weird one to see. Keep seeing it trickling down, but I've still got faith. I've still got faith in VV, and I do also have. It's like what you say in VV. I do also have a DC portfolio. I've got about 20 comics over there. I stopped buying comics pretty early because I could see the pattern. It was not going well for DC. I think that is their site. I have 2 McFarlane collectibles. One of them actually got sent to my VV wallet. So yeah, I've really not bothered with that one too much because I did that dopey move. And then I've got HRO cards. I've got a couple of things in there. I've got quite a bit in I've got, well, not quite a bit, but I'll say I've got a medium account in HRO. And HRO is quite cool. It's quite cool to go into every now and again and just start doing things in it. Not a lot worth a lot in there, but it's still pretty cool. And then I've got a couple of smattering others. I've got some OpenSea NFTs. Not anything popular. Every time I ever bought one, they didn't do well. And then I've got drop heads, Starboys, all that shenanigans, Kid Arcade NFTs, and then just stuff like that. So not too much. Woody, you might like Rogue One, more modern, good story. I highly recommend it. I'm going to actually have a look on that because a lot of people have said that. So yeah, I will actually have a look at that. A lot more modern, and the graphics really helps. Mr. Planet Profit, yeah, 100%. I will actually do that. I do take recommendations seriously. It was someone that actually recommended The Incredibles to me when I was just like, why do we want this drop? And they was just like, Bob, go and watch The Incredibles before you kick that one because that is an absolute great drop. So yeah, I tend to watch all them films. I actually watched that Addams Family film we were just talking about earlier. That's how I know all them collectibles match. And that was actually a really good film. It surprised me. And the story didn't start off like the Addams Family should have, the way they found Lurch, the way they started their house, and then literally they'd live inside the house, and then all of a sudden everyone built a town around them. It was pretty funny, actually. It was a good take. We probably are going to get a second one of them films, though. That's probably what the new drop is. There's probably another one coming. I think there may be 2 already, but there's probably another one coming. Sean, I brought a baby Jack for 18 gems, and it's a 255. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's already down to 15. I thought that might happen. But yeah, Baby Jack's one of the cooler ones. And the animations do always look great with these things. I wish they'd... even though I like the animations, I think sometimes, if there's only one animation, that should be the secret rare. I'm sorry, but I do think that's the way it should be. Although it's nice because I like the animations mainly. I think all the collectibles and stuff should actually have animations by now. That may be just Bob being a bit spoiled there, but yeah. Big A, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Also, good evening, Bobsales. It's good to see you, my friend. Always good to see you, Big A. Always appreciate it. You've been here from the beginning, I believe, as well. Right from the beginning. Watched my poor editing. Watched that whole transition. Watched multiple stages. So, yeah, I appreciate you. Mr. Planet Profit, Big A. Sean, don't forget the tax. I think it's 8.5. Yeah, that's true. Sell, I should have sold it. You're right. Tony, only about 35 secret rares sold from the store. There's not a lot sold whatsoever. I may take another look at that before we go. Tony, is it worth more than 100? No, I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say it's worth 100. I would not say it was worth 100. But some people are going to go for it, and some of the whales in that might go for it just because there's not many minted. So that may push the price up a little bit. But yeah, to me, it is not worth 100. Mr. Planet Profit, very limited. Yeah, see, and that's exactly what I just said. It's very limited because not a lot of people brought it. But then the higher the prices go on the normal ones, the closer they are to box price, the more chance more people are going to start minting them down the line. And they are pretty close to box price right now. I will check that again because that common I got's probably, well, rare, sorry, is pretty much the common. Let's just call it the common. Let's not play games. Let's just call it the common. So the common I got, yeah, that's probably going to be 15 gems next time I look. Big A, glad I sold my Funko Commons quick. prices dropping fast as more lists. Yeah, I see that. We didn't get ours. We got the normal VV thing where we got late delivery, so we actually got screwed by that. And I actually thought that was going to help us on this occasion because I see them coming out the 150s. And I'm not going to lie to you, I wish I'd have got another one. I wish I'd have got another one. I just wish I'd have got another one. But yeah, they definitely got to sort that sorting process out because it seems like everyone, it's like Michael Campbell was saying, I think he brought 5 and all in the same boxes and stuff. And then he started to realize there was a pattern. If you had a common and there's 2 in a box, it's likely they're both commons. That was a big pattern. But yeah, congratulations. What did you sell your Funko Commons for? Are you talking about just the NFTs or the toy itself as well? Tony, I can't believe I landed one, Mr. Profit. Sean, there's one day I didn't FOMO on a drop. It's all right. I FOMO'd and I didn't even like the drop. I only wanted the Corella DeVille and I've just wasted 25 gems trying to get it. So yeah, I might just actually sell that other one and get the one I was going to get. But yeah, you got to do these things on drop streams now and again. What's the point of hosting a drop stream and then not going for the drop all the time? I know it's sensible and I can't afford to do it all the time, so don't expect me to go for the drop every time. And I'm supposed to be giving you good advice, not bad advice. But yeah, just don't follow my advice is probably the best advice I can give you. 1 second, my phone's all beeping. Sort that out. Tony, nice job, Big A. I bought 2 Funkos because of your comment of saying I bought 1 to open and 1 to flip. I was so mad when I see it sell out a while. I was looking for the 10% code, but once it came, yeah, we actually missed the 10% code as well. It was entered 2 or 3 times and then it just didn't go through. And then next minute it would work and we didn't get to use it. So yeah, that was pretty going. Back up, I brought 2. Mr. Profit, thanks. Big A, I didn't follow my plan and I opened 2 commons. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. Sorry we all got common gated. Now, my plan was always to keep the toy. Now, if I got the 1 of 50, of course, I'm not stupid. I'm going to sell that toy with the NFT, right? My plan was to always probably sell the NFT. That's going to pay for half price of the toy, which I always expected that common to land around 50 gems. I'm not going to lie. I said that the whole time leading up to this. That is possible. That is going to go to 50 gems. I didn't expect all the other prices. I didn't expect them to go so high at the beginning neither. But yeah, I do think they will come back up. I do think down the road, they are going to be pretty sought after. So maybe just don't. Maybe the best plan with them is to just hold them right now. Maybe that's the best plan. But you do need to scan your NFT in within a year. But by that point, you should see what's going to happen with this market. And it also depends if they release another 10 Funkos. But it's still going to be the first one the whole time. It's kind of like the DC Direct statue, apart from this is VV official with the VV site, with Funko itself. So that's the only difference. 1 second. Sean, I will complete both Incredible set, but I'm just going to wait another month or so when they're extremely cheap. I don't blame you. Mr. Planet Profit. That's what the missus going to do also, Sean. Big A. I max minted Cryptoids. New drop today and got 2 commons, 2 legendary and 1 Growl Darth Vader. Darth Maul. So W for me today. Congratulations on that. That's absolutely great. I haven't done any yet. I'm trying not to do it because I've got a trip in Paris. And as I said, I have just lost my job. So I've only got so much money. It's only going to last me so long at the minute. So I've really got to concentrate on what I'm going to do till I find the next job. So it's really difficult right now because there's so much going on. And I do like the Cryptoids company. I do like the unboxing experience. So I do like all that. It does need a market. That would help it. And I do think the ambassadors are a bit biased sometimes. But of course, they have to be. But yeah, I do really like that company. So I did want to go for that. I'm not going to lie. And even though I don't really necessarily like Star Wars, I kind of like the... I prefer the Masters of the Universe one, but I've actually got more Star Wars, and the Disney ones. I like the unboxing experience. That is brilliant. I'm not so sure about the same rarities in all different colors, different textures. The ones I do like in there are the gem ones. They're really cool. If they can actually animate them, everything's supposed to be gamified. If they actually animate them and we see an animation with that, that's going to be pretty cool. But I'm not sure they have the same. So 1 second, Tony. Big A, I was so mad when I see it sold out, dude. I was talking to myself going, next time I'll be more successful. Yeah, so I actually sold out on Sleeping Comics and all. And I actually told him, go back in, it's back on. I'm not sure if he ever did. I know he did actually buy one after that, so I think he may have just bought his from the aftermarket. Mr. Planet Profit, what's Ghost Comic real life? That's not a bad idea. 1 second, I'll tell you in any second. 1 second, I believe it was Ghost Rider. Just have a look. Because I haven't actually looked this one up, I must admit. It's not going to be a lot. It's not going to be a lot. It's 2000. It's a newer comic, so it's definitely not going to be a lot. But it is a Ghost Rider comic, so we shall see. 1 second. Just trying to find one. Just having a look. Here we go. That looks like the one. So one of these, a Ghost Rider 1990 second series, a CGC 9.8, and this is with white paper. So they actually call it white paper because people smoke and stuff, and over the years the papers go yellow. Obviously this one's still got white pages, so that always helps the comic. And that one actually sold for the big price of, I wonder if anyone can guess it, $227. So yeah, it is not worth a lot of money. So maybe it was a good idea to pair these, to drop these at the same time. Might give it more hope. But yeah, it is not worth money. But then a lot of the newer comics aren't. Sometimes you can't go by that with the newer comics. But yeah, that's probably not going to be worth going for. And I do believe people are going to be saving their gems for other stuff. Shauna stacked up on the spotlight number 5, Johnny Blaze first appearance. That's actually a great comic as well. There's a couple. 1 second, let me just pull that up. I'm just having a look. So much easier to do stuff on your phone. So much easier. Yeah, I don't blame you there, mate. I've been stacking. I'm gonna buy some more Ron English, some more Addiction comics. I'm trying to go for some of them ones myself. Eric Jackson Jones, You Talk to Char. I don't know what that means. Sorry. Mr. Planet Profit sales history. Big A, Tony looking at eBay. The most recent sales have unopened around 400, so that was the best play. The price will probably keep going down, up until the secret rare one is redeemed. I do agree with that. Double cool. The animations for Adam's Family are all in the official VV video. I tend not to watch them videos till I make my own videos, and I was actually going to make a video on this one because I know Corey does kind of like a deep dive. He don't do it as deep as he used to, but yeah, he kind of does the same thing. So I try not to watch them videos because I try not to influence myself. In fact, a lot of the drop videos I don't watch until I've actually created my own video because I like to do all the research myself, not get kind of influenced. It's a bit easy to just listen to someone else and then basically try and say the same thing. So I do like that. But yeah, I didn't see the animations. I do apologize. Big A, why does Wednesday have an egg on her head? Yeah, she actually looks like that in the series, in the actual film, the 2009 film. And that film is actually really good. I mean, Uncle Fester's horrible looking in that film. The dad is horrible looking in that film. He actually reminds me of the guy they've cast for the actual Wednesday to play the dad in the series now, because that was a shocking role. I can't remember what film that guy's out of. I'm trying to think of the funny film he's out of. What is it? I'm trying to think. There's quite a few. I think he might be in Pineapple Express. I know he's in that Jim Carrey one. Yes. I think he's the man about to jump off the building when he starts singing to him, I wish you would step in, on the ledge or whatever it is. Yeah, Jumper or whatever it is. Mr. Planet Prophet, he's laughing. Double Quill, Big A, it's based on the original comic strip Adams drew. We'll have a look at that. It's based on the film, right? It's based on the 2009 film, I believe. Double Quill, if you go and look up the Adams comic online, you can see samples of his originals, which is what they're trying to copy in the 2019 movie. Thank you for that information, Double Quill. That's going to actually help later on, because I mean, what day is it now? It's the 28th. I think that drops on Halloween, so I may have time. To do a quick one. It will be a quick one, though. But yeah, thank you for that. It leads me down the right path before I've even started. Double Quill the spider is really, really cool. I actually like yeah, you're right. I do like the spider. That does look really cool. Eric Jackson Jones, lame. In the Adams poster, yeah, I know what you mean. Mr. Planet Prophet, that's cool. The spider. So hopefully you did see that. L. Where's Pass For Me? I don't blame you. I don't blame the ones that are saying L, Pass For Me. I don't blame you. I think a Jurassic Park series, it's Tyrannosaurus Rex, and still the best collectible overall. I love it. That is still the best collectible. And the Dilophosaurus, that is one of my favorite dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. And again, if you didn't watch the deep dive on Jurassic Park the first time, go and watch that, because all them drop videos, you can actually still go back and watch a great history. Even when you're just looking at buying something in the market, maybe you want to see more about the drops, what you're buying or something, you can always go back to them videos, get you a bit of nostalgia before you actually think about buying a drop, and maybe it will persuade you a little bit more to buy the drop. But yeah, Dilophosaurus for me, absolutely amazing. The dinosaurs didn't look like that. It's been debunked. There's a couple of things that didn't look like that. The frill wasn't used as a anger device. It was used as more of a courtship thing. So yeah, that was a pretty cool dinosaur. Wrong size as well. Eric Jackson Jones, they called the drop. I don't know what IMHO means, because I'm really bad at abbreviations. Sorry, I know you're kind of new here, but yeah, I'm so bad at abbreviations. Everyone knows this about me. So I do apologize for not understanding that, mate. Big A would have been better playing Adams Family music. Yeah, so Wednesday does play the Adams Family music. 1 second. But I was trying to show you that, and it didn't work at the time. So I'll just try and show you again. And I'll actually pull it up on stream this time, eh? I'm surprised the hand didn't do the same as Wednesday. I've got to be honest. I thought when I see she done the clicking thing, played a bit of the music, I actually thought the hand was going to do it. I thought maybe the secret rare was going to do it also. So let's just load this up and I'll share this screen with you. Don't worry, I'm actually going to share the screen with you this time. It'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? All right, so come on, show us in 3D, baby. Show us in 3D. Share this screen instead. So I should still be sharing at this point. So we're on a roll. We're on a roll. Oh, why they're so small. I know they look a bit trash on the computer, on the web app. They always do. But yeah, here we go. I wish there was more to that song. I wish there was more to that. I do actually like the animation. I'm not going to lie. And that is based off the original. The whole family stand there at the beginning. I mean, they do it in most of the films. But yeah, the original started off with that. I actually watched a few of them the other day. Because the originals on TV, I don't watch any of them. Let's go back to the chat. Please tell me that I actually shared that time, because I've clicked off it and I'm not 100% sure I did. Where's Vivi still doing 4K editions for Adam's Family? Yeah, I do understand that. It's a big edition. Double Quill, yeah, that's just on Wednesday. Mr. Planet Prophet, I want Jurassic Park original dinosaurs. Which ones? I tell you what I want. I tell you what we're still missing. What we're missing. The original Velociraptors in the diner scene, where the kids are hiding. That is one of my favorite scenes. I actually recreated that in a short just for the jokes of it. But yeah, that is one of the funniest ones. We're missing them style raptors, the original raptors, right? Even the claw, in fact, I can't remember. That will come. The claw will come. Mr. Planet Profit, we will stack it. I will stack it for 100%. I'm going to keep looking at the Jurassic Park ones. That is one of my favourite films of all times. That franchise cannot be messed with. That is such a big franchise. I'm surprised where that stuff is. I know the DNA wasn't the best drop, but probably pretty easy to make. Animation wasn't great, but I loved every step of it. That as soon as I see that, I was just like, wow. I was just like, that is crazy nostalgia. For me, anyway. Double Quill, just want the Jurassic Park door. Yeah, well, I actually had a Predator poster what I was using for my dinosaur playpen. So that's kind of wrecked my playpen idea for the Predator poster now. But you can... nearly died. But yeah, you can still use that playpen idea. It's a really good idea. The looks amazing. If you use the back of the Predator poster to actually build a display. I've done that in one of my VV-verse shorts. I think it's something about dimensions in there. If you want to go back and watch that, it's pretty cool. But yeah, the door, we're finally getting the door, right? After being teased for 2 years, literally, we're finally getting the door. So I'm happy with that. And that's going to make people buy more dinosaurs. And there's going to be, in the VV-verse, there's going to be a lot of playpens, a lot of Jurassic Parks. Let's just start there. Hopefully, we see more Jurassic Park. I know it's maybe going under retail, but I'm happy to take as much Jurassic Park as comes. Eric Jackson, Mr. Planet Profit, VV got to do better. I agree with the additions. Jim Moley Lingo, good morning, Master Bobsales. Good morning, mate. It's always good to see you. Where's the Ghost Rider bike? Looks like a moped. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that bike. I'm not a fan of the front of that bike. I suppose it's supposed to be like extra armor, like bulletproof, and looks like that. It looks like a SWAT bike where you ram through someone's door or something like that. So yeah, maybe that's why. But yeah, I'm not keen on that bike at all. The original bike, now that is a sexy bike, right? Eric Jackson only, Double Quill. James Bond needs to stop thinking around and drop James Bond collectibles of each era and different poses. You know what? If with the James Bond stuff, right? I've never been a fan really of James Bond in my life. The only James Bond I ever watched was Pierce Brosnan. That was my James Bond. GoldenEye was absolutely epic. And like them films, Tomorrow Never Dies, and some of them films, that was my James Bond era. I've never watched, I think I watched 1 or 2 of the Daniel Craig one. I'm not really a fan of them. And so, yeah, so Pierce Brosnan was probably my James Bond. And if the collectibles I would like to see, which is not going to be everyone's opinion, I'd like to see the characters from the N64 game, GoldenEye. Some of them characters on there, that's instant nostalgia for me. Natalia, James Bond, Objob, obviously everyone knows the Objob rule because it's pretty much cheating because he's down here, no one can shoot him. So yeah, even though they look really poor graphics wise, I think they could either re-render them and make them better and try that whole thing again. I mean, I'm not sure how easy that would be to do now because you've got like the whole rights of everyone's faces on there. There's a lot of cameramen and stuff that were extras in there. It was a really cool game the way they done that. So I'd actually like a couple of them characters as they were or re-rendered for that game put into VV. I think that would be a cool drop. Golden Gun. Eric Jackson, that's a lot, Bob. That's a lot, Bob. Sorry. You coming to France, Bob? So yes, I am coming to France apparently. I am coming to France and I'm going to an event. I'm not really sure what's going on at the event. I think it's a crypto event by the looks of it. And I went to book my sites on the event and it's all French. So it's half French, half English. So I'm actually doing that later with Duck and Cover because he speaks fluent French. Luckily for me, because I can't even find the purchase button for the site. And apparently there is sections where you can change the language. Well, I can't find the section. It's all in France at the minute. Well, French, sorry. So yeah, I am going to that event. It should be good. We're actually looking at booking, what do you call it? Airbnb. That's what we're doing. And it's booked. It's booked. I've just got to get there now, which is not overly expensive from England. You're just across the pond from us. So yeah, I'm coming. And I have no idea what to expect from that event. I have no expectations because I've looked at all the guest speakers. Dan and David, the only one I actually know off the top of my head. I was actually going to try and do a video looking at some of the speakers and stuff before we get to that event. So hopefully stay tuned. There should be more about that event, because I'd rather have a little dig so then I know who I'm supposed to be seeing. I've done that with some of the decon when I went to the decon last time. I've done all the artists, so I knew who was going to be there, and then I could walk around and say, well, actually, I know your work, so I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to pick this bit up. I'm going to pick artist fun stuff up. So yeah. But yes, I am coming to France. So if you are there, that should be good. If any more VV fam are going to be there, let me know, because that should be a good fun one. And I plan to drink lots with my buddies that are coming with us, I must admit. Sean, right now I just hit 400 collectibles and I almost have 1,600 comics. Nice. That is epic. Thanks for sharing. No worries. Mr. Planet Pro, I will literally tell you all of my stuff. If you go on my channel, like my normal Bobsales video, the old start of the videos used to actually be both the accounts to show you what was there, and literally started as a working man's channel, and I built myself up ever since. I did actually have to sell some of that Bobsales wife account because I'm trying to get out of that account. It's horrible having 2 accounts, I must admit. So yeah, I'm nearly done now. But yeah, I did always have that on the journey. So if you go back and watch the first couple of videos, you will actually see all of that right at the beginning. I've never been one to hide any of that because it's on a Mutascam, right? Why should you hide any of that? If people really want to look, they're going to look. So yeah, it's best to just be honest. Spren, Mr. Planet Prophet, the T-Rex is the original, has the scar of the T-Rex from the movies. Yeah, I do like the T-Rex. The T-Rex is one of the best collectibles in the app, and it's always the one you can pull up to your friend that's not interested in NFTs and show him that outside, and he's going to be amazed. The Iron Man's another one where they're amazed by that. And some of the Sesame Street have good animations. I mean, Felix, for instance, from Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph's a really big film, really good film as well, not just a kid's film. Again, number 1 and 2 are really good, and number 2 is arguably better than the first, kind of like The Incredibles. So yeah, if you haven't watched that as well, go and watch that film. That's really good. But yeah, it's kind of like Felix. Felix is 9 gems last time I looked, and that has a minute animation, has sound. He does exactly what he should, and there is a scene in that movie where he does actually dance like that on the dance floor. It's pretty cool. I should actually match that up. Maybe I'll make that as a short if no one steals it out of the chat. But yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll follow that up. I have got a lot to do this week in videos wise. Mr. Planet Prophet Spin, I don't think it's the first Dino, isn't it? I'm not 100%. I can confirm either way with that. I do apologize. I did notice the scarring and stuff, but I'm not 100% sure. I just thought it was going to be. I just thought it was a Dino fight mark, if I'm honest. Sean, oh, the genie has an incredible animation. I think it's really good. Yeah, I do like the genie myself. It's a shame I would have preferred a voiced one, but yeah, that's probably hard to do with Robin Williams being where he is, bless him. It's probably hard to do that. I'm not sure how easy that would be or how allowable that would be. Let me just get a drink. Again, I'm not an alcoholic, everyone. I do just have a beer now and again. Mr. Planet Prophet. Bronchosaurus is the first. I think that's a Bronchosaurus. Anyway, I do apologize if I'm saying that wrong. Is the first Jurassic Park. In the first Jurassic Park film, a Bronchosaurus is the first dinosaur being. Yes, I do. Yes. The scene was described by Empire as the 28th most magical moment in cinema history. You're 100% right. There is some of that in my video, I must admit, and that was one of the first scenes made. And the way they made it was pretty cool. And then they shot test scene in the cinema to see how people would react to the test screening of the dinosaur walking through, right? And people loved it. Like, as soon as people started cheering, it was that day that some of the modelers, some of the best modelers in the space at the time, was actually realized that they were actually basically going to be put out of a job. But Jurassic Park done the good thing because they actually managed to merge both together, And most of them animators that was making the actual collectibles, the modeling and stuff, that actually helped with the digital aspect of it. So it collided both worlds. And a lot of the modelers did actually start doing digital art straight after that. A lot of them were learning on the fly back then. Really cool stuff. Yeah, the making of Jurassic Park, if you ever got any time, the making of Jurassic Park, you should go back and watch that on either my channel or literally the making of Jurassic Park. You can find, I'm sure, probably an hour episode on that. Big Ace sold just my 2 digital collectible digital Funkos for 70 each 2 days ago. Given the current sales of the collectible, it's still close to break even for a chance of 40k. Not mad, worth a gamble. Definitely worth a gamble. And if you are like me and you collect Funkos anyway, you're not going to be overly hurt that you get to keep the toy. I wanted the toy. That was why I brought it. So yeah, it's not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Eric, I never got in a secret rare on drops, so I lost faith in drops from comics to collectibles. Always commons, one time, ultra rare Vader. So I actually do all right sometimes on drops. Yeah, sometimes I do all right. I actually landed 2 secret rares on the same drop once. That was pretty funny. That's the best one I've ever had. I've not had that luck since. I actually got the Addiction comic on a secret rare. That was my most recent one. But I think in 2 years in VV, I'm probably at about 5 or 6 secret rares, which I think is higher than a lot of other people's, because, and then to be honest, the first year and a half I pretty much didn't get any secret rares. So yeah, it's been a wild one. Sean, I think someone got the one of 50 and it was number 2 mint. Yeah, it was. There's a number 2 and a number 3, I believe. Save your money, invest NFTs are just a toy and art. Save your money and invest NFTs are just a toys as art. I'm sorry, I'm not reading that right, I don't think. Sean, I think someone got, yeah, I read that one, sorry. Shouldn't be that much. I'm definitely not going for the Ghost Rider comic, but we'll pick a few comics up. I'm glad I brought the black suit Spider-Man. I purchased from them under retail and very low editions. 1 second. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat, everyone. There's quite a bit going on. And then I'm probably going to love you and leave you. Sean, there's an update on VV. Did you update yours? I haven't today, but it might just be the update on the MCP looking thing. They've basically brightened it up. It looks kind of nice. It does look better, I must admit. Sean, I just started following Planet Proffer on Twitter. He's a good follow and definitely come join the group. That's Mr. Planet Prophet saying cheers. Cheers, Sean. We log in once a month. But we'll follow you back as soon as I can. Yeah, if you do want in that group, probably just message me if you want. I'm normally on Twitter. Where are we? Eric Jackson, you are so kind and cool. Thank you very much. I don't know whether that was to me or the chat, but thank you, everyone. I'm only here literally to make VV video because I like speaking to you lot. That is literally the only reason. I don't ever think I'm ever going to make money off of YouTube or anything. That was never my goal. So yeah, thank you for that. Sean, it's really cool. And she snaps her fingers right on time. But the audio track, yeah, the audio trick looks really cool. The track's really cool. It could have been longer though. That's my only problem with that one. And I'd prefer the original characters from the 2 movies I mentioned earlier. But again, they're real life people, so I'm not sure how that would work. I wonder if we could actually get that one day. If we would actually get so close to having real life people, we'll get VV drops and it will just like look like me dropping on the app. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool thought. Music. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, my bad singing right there. You should have seen me yesterday. I was actually singing Living David Eyed Loca, and what else did I sing yesterday? Oh, Summer of '69 yesterday. And I haven't sung to anyone for a long time, but there was literally 4 people in there. So I literally couldn't have done any worse than the 4 people that were already trying to sing in there. One of them was my brother. It's pretty funny. My brother actually thinks he's Elvis Presley, and everyone walks around the pub actually calling my brother Elvis, because every 2 minutes he's all shaking over there, singing away, and he walks around the crowd. He thinks he's a right bee's knees. I'm telling you, my brother. cracks me up, absolutely cracks me up. And everywhere he goes, it's Elvis. Elvis is here. Elvis, what drink? Elvis. Yeah, it's pretty funny, pretty fair. And I'd even tell you another thing about my brother. He actually had an Elvis moped at one point, and this is bearing in mind he's like 45 maybe at the time of that, and he actually had an Elvis moped, and it had Elvis all over the front, all over the side, and he had an Elvis helmet, and it had a bit of hair on the helmet. Oh my god, absolutely crazy. Sean, yeah, it's a little short, it should be a bit longer, 100%. Sorry, I do apologize. Yeah, they need the Raptor from the first movies. The T-Rex version 2 animated is still the best Jurassic Park collectible. Yeah, I like all the Jurassic Park collectibles. I even like the Bobsales can and all that, however you say it. I like all of that stuff. And if I had the 350 gems, the $350 or pounds, whatever it was, to got the real life one, I might have thought about it. But then apparently in America, you see them cans everywhere. So if you really do have them cans anywhere and someone wants to send me one of them cans, Bob would actually appreciate one of them cans, because I would actually cherish that can. That's pretty funny. So rather than pay $350 for one, or £350 or whatever it was, go and buy the aerosol can. G43, yes, to the original Raptors. I grabbed Corella poster 52 for 39 gems. Seems like a deal. I don't blame you. I think that's the best one. That is definitely the best character out of that whole bunch. And for me personally, I think personally it's the best one. Sean, yeah, I completed the last Jurassic Park set for maybe like 70 gems. I think probably not even that much. Yeah, I've done the same thing, but I did actually go for like 3 on the drop, and I got dumped with 3 DNAs. Sean, they have been dropping Star Wars drops once a month, like I believe they mentioned some time ago, and for some reason October they didn't release any. There's a lot of Halloween stuff coming up. They also just done the New York Comic Con, so it's probably that. There's been a lot of drops recently, so I think they do need to have, they had like a week or two before where there was no drops. I think they needed that. And I think the drops this week, there's an incredible pace on drops, and a lot of these drops are pretty cool, right? These drops are pretty cool. So you definitely got to pick and choose. I mean, I'm definitely going to look at the Jurassic Park one. That's going to be the drop I'm 100% going for. I'm willing to risk losing half the money on that one just because I like the drop, and I will buy a bunch of them in the aftermarket if it gets disrespected like all the other ones. Dinosaurs do a lot better than the actual cans and stuff like that. Cans are the Bobsales can and stuff is very iconic from the scene. Mr. DNA, very iconic. But again, for most people, if they're not a fan of the film, then fair enough. But I bet you can ask every person in your life, every single person in your life, if they've seen a Jurassic Park film, and I bet you they say yes. That's how big Jurassic Park films are. There's someone to see that, and it's gone through generation to generation, and I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon. So Mr. Planet Prophet, Sean, all I have to say is Yoda. Stan, Bob, you are inspiring. What's your end game, chat? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I have no end game, I must admit. I didn't really start this thing with a plan. I literally I think what started me was I see not Superstar Money, it was My Collectibles at the time, Rob's stuff, VV Vibes, and they were all streaming together, and it looked like such a good laugh. And I was just like, yeah, I have some things I want to say. So then in the end, that was the only reason I started this whole journey. And again, I could probably get double the subs, triple the subs if I'd done like normal movie histories and just started a whole channel on that. But that wasn't the reason for starting it. So I'm quite happy where I am with the VV crowd at the minute. But yeah, I don't really have an end game, I must admit. But it'd be nice to get to 1,000 subscribers soon. I mean, I'm nearly monetized kind of, because as soon as I hit 500, that monetized. So that means I can have memberships and stickers and stuff like that. Still not even sure if I'm even going to use that. It's like the PayPal thing in the corner there. It's up there, but I've never actually used it. And I don't really expect anyone else to. YouTube is free. Always remember that. That is one of the best things about YouTube. Sean, yeah, I've got the Bobsales can. but you can go right into the store and buy a can for $2. It's probably the cheapest shaving cream on the market. That's cracking, man. I wish I could get one of them cans. I'm gonna ask someone to send me one of them cans because that is pretty cool. Who's gonna pay 350 quid or whatever it was to get a replica one? And it looked really cool, and you had the DNA stuff inside. But yeah, who's gonna pay that for that when you can buy the actual can? That's pretty cool. So anyway, I've been your host. I'm probably going to leave you now. What drops have we got tomorrow? I believe it's stamps. I'm going to try and start some videos tonight, some proper Bobsales videos. So I'll get back to you with that. Stay tuned. Thanks, new and old. It's always good to see you. As always, I've been your host, Bobsales. This time next year, we will be millionaires. A peace.